Wow.
I mean, you're still going to get, what, like 341 million, something like that. So, you know, I mean, you're still doing pretty good.
I think I could survive easily.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, man, taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right, well, moving on to some food, because you know it's going to start smelling good when Chef Scott starts cooking. We have Katie and Scott from Penzone's Italian Village. What are we cooking today?
We're going to do a veal and cauliflower, and you can substitute chicken, pork, anything. The main dish really is going to be the cauliflower. You know, I love to cook healthy. I love to eat healthy, especially this is one dish that you prepare. It's big enough for the family, great for the holidays. You're not, you know, catatonic at the end of after you get finished eating it, you know. But it's really great, very healthy.
It's very odd that the vegetable is the main dish, unless, of course, you're a vegetarian.
Right, yeah. But actually, this is just really very nice. I really like it a lot. We'll start with a little olive oil. And I'm cooking for everybody here, so I got a bigger pan. So.
Okay, that is a lot of cauliflower.
Yeah. But we're going to do a little onion.
Okay.
I'm going to put some parsley in here in a little bit.
Okay.
But so parsley is actually an onion family, so you'll have a little bit more oniony taste to it, but it's really good. And you could maybe mix it up a little bit and chop in a little fresh herbs, basil, maybe a little cilantro if you want to. It's very versatile. You can change it up as much as you want to.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this will take about 25-30 minutes to cook, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
Okay.
And we'll put the cauliflower in here. And you can have it in big chunks like I have here, because it'll actually cook down.
I don't know that I've ever seen that much cauliflower at one time in one pan.
You'll be surprised at the end when it's how small it actually is going to shrink up a little bit. Just want to cook the water in here. Turn it up.
All right, so we'll cook this down. Now, if you haven't been to visit Penzone's Italian Village, it is literally that, a little mini Italian village right in the heart of downtown Fairhope, 312 Fairhope Avenue. And speaking of Italian Village and Italy, Scott, you're about to take a trip to Italy.
We are. We're very excited, as you can imagine. It's just me and the wife this time. Last time we all had a family and stuff, so we're really excited. She has it planned out. I think I have an hourly by hour schedule of what we'll be doing. So, yeah.
So for those of us who haven't been to Italy, we want to go.
We're going to take lots of pictures.
There for a moment. Like, what is it like when you visit Italy?
And you wake up. I asked a friend of ours there one time. I said, "How are you not inspired every single moment? You wake up and you see the sun coming up. You talk about the Tuscan hills and you see the fog, how it settles down in the wine." And I went running one time through this vineyard, and they had these bonfires where they burn all these old stems and all the old pieces that they don't use for wine, and you're just running through this misty, the sun's coming up, and then there's these little bonfires burning. It's magical. It really is. I mean, it's an amazing, amazing place. And then you surround yourself in a city that spawns people like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Galileo, Dante, all in the same city, and it's just very inspiring. So
I think romance when I think Italy. What about you guys? Is it really romantic?
Very much, yeah.
Oh, man. I'll have to go one day, right? All of us. We're all planning a big trip together.
Let's do it.
Okay, we should. Next time
tour guide, yeah.
I'll do that.
But in the meantime, you can go to Penzone's in downtown Fairhope, get some of this great, authentic Italian food, and we are going to keep this cooking, and you said altogether it's going to take about 25 minutes.
Right.
All right, in the meantime, grab the recipe. It's on fox10tv.com on our Studio 10 page. Then when we come back, Katie's going to give you a little information about Penzone. Scott's going to keep cooking. We got a lot going on in the kitchen.
Back in the kitchen with Scott and Katie from Penzone's Italian Village downtown in Fairhope. We've got some cauliflower going here. Tell the folks what's all in this thing here.
Olive oil, onions, garlic, parsley, cauliflower.
All right, and we're adding something
some
to
fresh
it.
tomato sauce here to it, just to round it out a little bit, not too much.
And it smells very good here in the Studio 10 kitchen. Now let's talk a little bit about Penzone's, because you guys have so much going on. Just tell us some general information, then let's talk about some parties as well as some other stuff.
Okay, well, as you all have said, we are located in downtown Fairhope in between Church and Section Street. And when you first come in on Fairhope Avenue, you're going to come in through Penzone's Italian Downtown. That's our main dining room. That's the first restaurant that was opened about 2.5 years ago. As you walk through, you're going to pass our 2 private dining rooms that we have. Those are great for wedding receptions or wedding rehearsal dinners, stuff like that.
You mentioned a lot of people are getting engaged right now.
They are, and so we've been getting calls constantly about people who are trying to set up their rehearsal dinners and bridal luncheons. So we have great rooms for that.
Plan ahead. Do that now. Call ahead if you want to do that. Yep.
And so then we have our wine bar, and then we have our Village Deli along with tasting room now where you can taste wines and different beers. And then on the other side is on Delamar Avenue is Isabella's, which is the steakhouse that just opened about 2.5, 3 months ago. So we're really excited, and we've started catering now to businesses and to home parties. So if you have any catering events that need to be handled, you can give us a call for that too.
So much going on, and it is such a cool experience because when you walk and you see Pinzones on the street, the entrance to it is kind of just small, but when you get in there and walk through the entire block, it is really its own little village and a unique feel to it. It's really cool.
Yep.
All right, so we've got this going on here, and we also we've got veal today, correct?
Yeah, it's going to take just a few seconds to cook.
Okay.
It's so thin. And like I said, you can substitute it with chicken, or you can do pork, any kind. Like that, you can just really have the cauliflower by itself. But I really like it with the veal here.
And you're using olive oil for that as well. And on top, just some salt and pepper, or what are we doing there?
Yeah, a little salt and pepper. I'm going to add a little capers.
Okay.
The cauliflower is already really good.
Already really good by itself, and you can add some meat to it, like he said, a little wine to it right there as well. And we'll let this keep cooking, and when we come back, we will plate it all up, guys.
Welcome back to Studio 10. We are in the kitchen with Chef Scott and Katie from Pinzones Italian Village. It's smelling very, very good. Always good when you have Italian in the kitchen. Always good, of course, when you're here cooking.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
So today you're having veal and cauliflower.
Right.
And when Chef Scott came on at the very beginning of the show, if you missed it, looked like the cauliflower was just going to take over this pan. Right. And he said it was going to cook down, and it truly did.
Yeah, it did. Actually, we do a mashed cauliflower with our steak marsala on the menu, so it looks just like mashed potatoes. It's great. They mush up really good, but I like a little resistance, little al dente here.
Does it taste like mashed potatoes?
It does.
Really?
It really does. You should try it.
It's good. Yeah, it really is. For a healthy option.
Okay.
It's very good.
Well, we throw some feta cheese in there too, so that's always
Well,
helpful.
cheese even helps regular potatoes.
Right? Yeah.
Cheese helps pretty much anything except for chocolate and ice cream. I haven't tried it in chocolate and ice cream. All right, so we're going to let you stir this up, and if you haven't been to Pinzones, you can visit them at 312 Fairhope Avenue, right in the heart of downtown Fairhope. Katie, what do you guys have going on?
Right now, it's just a lot of holiday parties are coming through. We've been booked up at Isabella's, the new steakhouse, constantly for the past few weeks with company Christmas parties. And Pinzones has been a great place for family Christmas parties and company. So we've just been doing that. Isabella's is doing great, and we've just been staying busy. It's getting a little bit cooler now, so the wine bar is filling up. Everybody's coming in there to drink wine instead of hanging out in the courtyard so much. But you can always like us on Facebook on Pinzones Italian Downtown, and Isabella's also has a Facebook page that you can like. And you can always catch up with all of our upcoming events and our daily specials that we have for the day. And in the new year, we're going to have Scott's going to Italy, so I'll be constantly updating everybody about what he's doing in Italy. And when he comes back, there's going to be some menu changes, and we're going to update a lot of stuff with all of his inspiration he gets.
As I mentioned, a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot going on.
And you mentioned the wine. You guys have your own wine, which is really neat.
We do.
Actually, that came out from the last trip to Italy. Met with Tony Sassa, the winemaker. Actually, we met in Fairhope, and we went to, he lives in Florence, and we went there and spent half a day with him and just had a really great time and ended up buying a whole barrel of wine.
Who knows what he'll come back with this next trip.
There's no telling now. There's no telling what we'll come back with,
Yeah, did you guys see that new study that just came out yesterday? And they're saying that, of course, we've all heard red wine is good for your heart. Of course, in moderation, good to prevent heart disease and slow down the risk of that. But also, they're saying that the resveratrol that's in the wine has antioxidants that can also help prevent weight gain.
Oh, wow, see?
In moderation, again,
And
but
we
a
have
lot of wine
options.
there.
We have healthy options for eating, and then
Exactly.
drink some good wine.
You can get this recipe on fox10tv.com on our Studio 10 page. And we can't forget, there's somebody behind us before we go to break. Look at Stu. Did you guys realize Stu has been in the kitchen with us the whole time? All right, Stu, take us out.